Thank you all for coming so that we may raise the flag to honor the 228th anniversary of the U.S. Coast Guard. To welcome you with a few introductory remarks is Mayor Collier.
So full disclosure, being a history teacher, I did a little research on history today, and looked up the Coast Guard and found out that this is something that probably everybody already knows this, but it's the oldest continuous branch of the service. Actually, in 1790 is when the Coast Guard was created. It was created as basically to enforce tariffs in the post-Revolutionary War, and the Coast Guard has actually served in every single war since then. Occasionally, it is activated as part of the U.S. Navy during like World War I, World War II, and the War of 1812, and so on. But the Coast Guard, this is fascinating. Every day that the Coast Guard serves, they save at least 10 lives. They rescue at least 191 people. Just among a few things, they are in something like 232 interdictions every single day that they're around. So the Coast Guard serves obviously a very valuable service to the United States. It's great to be able to celebrate their anniversary and their birthday today. Mary Jo?
And Chaplain Terry Long will begin our flag raising with a prayer.
Why don't we all bow our heads and we'll pray together. Father, we love you. We thank you for this day, for health and safety. We thank you for this great country. God, we thank you for these men and women who have served for over 200 years faithfully to provide safety and freedom for us. God, we thank you that they have guarded our coasts and our waterways. We pray today that you would continue to guide them and lead them and help them, give them direction, give us direction as a nation, keep us safe, continue your hand of sovereignty on our lives and on our direction, and we'll give you glory and honor. In your great name we pray. Amen.
The U.S. Coast Guard is simultaneously and at all times a military force and federal law enforcement agency dedicated to maritime safety, security, and stewardship missions. August 4th, 1790 was the birth of the U.S. Coast Guard. 10 single-masted sailing ships known as revenue cutters were constructed to enforce tariff and trade laws and to prevent smuggling. In 1915, the Revenue Cutter Service merged with the U.S. Life-Saving Service, and in 1946, merchant marine licensing and merchant vessel safety came under its purview. Today, it has the most technologically advanced 418-foot national security cutters. The missions may have changed over the years, but one thing has remained constant: the selfless service of each and every person that takes the oath to protect their country as part of the U.S. Coast Guard. Here in the city of Lawrence, we proudly hang banners of 2 deployed U.S. Coast Guard service members, Lieutenant Junior Grade Garrett Hendrickson and Captain Robert T. Jr. Hendrickson. Paratus. Raising the flag today on behalf of the U.S. Coast Guard is Tom Halfacre, and singing our national anthem is Grace Renee Eckelbarger.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we watched at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
one more little celebration, and that would be for the 20th birthday of Grace today. So we're all going to sing Happy Birthday.
Now, if I'm going to start this, make sure to join in right away because my voice is horrible. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grace. Happy birthday to you.
Okay. I was going to say make a wish. Yay!
You make a wish?